shirt wet. My hair got my shirt wet. Is y'all on? Everybody on here so I can get started. Y'all see the stuff that now I see why, as a content creator, now I see why Binky and them used to risk it all, or be risking it all for their YT family. Although I think we got the same YT family, I think some of us have, I think we all have our own individual YT family. Because that bull crap I posted yesterday, I went back, I always go back and look at my videos, even though I don't edit or anything like that. I always go back and look at my videos after the fact, right? Y'all listen. So let me explain. Let me explain. Who was that used to say, let me explain? Was that Kevin Hart? Let me explain them last two videos. So originally my flight was going to leave to come back to Michigan that same day that I cooked that omelet. But then I was going to change it. The reason why I had to come back so soon is to finish finalizing the move. There's still things that I have to do as a manager. And let me tell y'all something. For you creators out there that watch, if y'all got a manager, please don't make it hard for y'all manager. Because that girl Yinky, Binky, whatever y'all call her, got me all over the place. I secretly love it though, because I love to see her grow. I just wish she was a little bit more organized. So, I was rushing home because I had other business to take care of, and so that I can help Bub get there, because he got to get the kids and get Binky truck there, right? So I was originally going to move the day that I did the omelet, leave the night that I did the omelet, but then I had to change my flight. So then I changed it, right? I normally like one stops, no stops. I mean, I normally like no stops, right? My hair is making my shirt wet, y'all. See, normally I wouldn't go out in public and do certain things, but for y'all, and then now I'm rushing to go to this car transport place. Anywho, so I'm going back. I am, definitely. I didn't get enough. I didn't get them enough good like I'm supposed to. But while I'm here, I will go back to my reactions for a little bit. Anywho, so I changed my flight. And I have been seeing all the craziness going on with different airlines now. And I'm like, well, I only hear my two favorite airlines in the headline, which is Southwest and Delta. So I ain't gonna really worry about it. Getting there was a breeze. Y'all talking about a 3-hour flight. Turned into a longer flight. But it wasn't all the commotion, the on and off the plane and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, moving forward to that stuff that I posted. I looked at that, I said, I must love them. I am really letting them into my zone of, okay, get over there. That's what you're gonna do, ma'am, sir. I am really letting them into my zone. So I tell Rail the night before, if all of us set our alarms, there's no way I can wake up late, right? So y'all know both of the Houston airports are kind of big and super busy. So I said, you set your alarm on your phone, I set mine, because I don't have an alarm clock there in my room yet. Because yes, I still do use an alarm clock. Yeet-a-dee. And we get up, our flight leaves at 5. We get up at 3, out the door by 3:30, because I had did everything I needed to do the night prior. Now, mind you, I don't have any luggage because I don't. I have 2 houses. So, what do I need to take stuff back to Michigan with me for? Just leave it here. So the night before, I organized my closet and all that other stuff. So I tell him to set his alarm. We go to bed. Wake up. I jump up. It's 3:37. I'm like, no. At them big airports, you need at least an hour and a half all discombobulated. So I'm half asleep. I'm yelling, waking everybody up. Because Binky got to drop us off at the airport. And y'all gotta, if y'all know Real, y'all gotta know he just has this laid back, I don't give a F personality. I'm like, dude, get up. I'm up. Okay, I got it. We good. No, we're not. So, we get up. All I had time to do was to brush my teeth and wash my face. That's it. So we get to the airport. I'm rushing, then I get mad because then after I get there, then the delay pops up. So we done went from leaving at 5:15, from boarding at 4:50 to leaving at 5:15 to leaving at 6:30. Mind you, all while you're sitting on the plane, they don't turn the air on until you get up. I get it. Save some money on efficiency or whatever. So, for some reason, I must have didn't pay attention when I switched my flight because I don't know why I had to go from Houston to Washington, D.C. to Chicago, then to Michigan. Don't get it, don't understand. But I'm like, okay, whatever, but we still gonna get to Michigan way before we would have with my other flight, right? So we get to Washington, D.C. We got like, because we left so late, we had an hour layover. We got about 20 minutes. So I'm like, okay, that's just long enough to use the bathroom and get on this flight. So we get on the flight. We're sitting on the flight for maybe 30 minutes. Then they announced that we had a small delay because of something in Chicago, thunderstorms or whatever. That's after 30 minutes we're sitting there. So then he comes back on another 30 minutes. So now we sitting on the plane for an hour, ain't budged, ain't moved. And they give us the option that we can get off and get back on when they have more, when they reboard, right? So we get off, we off for about another hour. They start to reboard. We get back on the plane. We get back on the plane, sit for another 30 minutes. Guess what? The whole plane, everybody on the plane was going to Chicago, and me and Real the only two that was going, because when you get to Chicago, we didn't have a plane change. We stayed on there. And I guess we was going to pick up whoever was going from Chicago to Michigan, right? So, we sitting there another 30 minutes. So, what am I at? An hour and a half, 2 hours behind now? So then, the flight to Chicago gets canceled. So, all the Chicago people get off. We had to wait till they get their luggage off. Some of them stagnant, taking their time because they confused, they don't know what to do. Some of them, I felt bad for this little girl who was under the age 15 and was flying by herself with one of them signs on her. She panicked. I felt so bad. All I can do is just start praying for her. So they didn't know anything when it was gonna, they just had to go make accommodations. So that's how on the second video, Rail and I ended up on the plane by ourselves because they said, if y'all going to Michigan, y'all good. Y'all might as well sit back down. Which told me, which let me know that them planes can do what they want and they have different routes and all that other stuff. Because at first it was going to be like a 3-hour flight to Chicago, right? We're going to leave there at 12 and get to Chicago at 3, I think. Something like that. It's raining, y'all. So, after all that happened, oh, it's a car on fire behind me. Y'all can't even see it. On the bridge. So, after all of that, me and Real on the plane by ourselves. They tell us, sit back, chill. Y'all, we y'all personal pilots right now. We're going to get y'all to Michigan in an hour. So we done went from Washington, D.C. to Michigan in 1 hour. Safely. So maybe they gave him a different route to miss all the storm or whatever. But I did get some valuable information. Sometimes when they tell people that it's messed up, the flights is canceled or whatever because of the weather, it don't be the weather. It be because they ain't got nowhere to land and ain't enough, that airport ain't big enough for them to park and blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, so they say weather so they don't have to get any refunds and they can just do accommodations. because they probably have deals with hotels to where they can do cheap, save money by doing accommodations versus giving everybody their money back. I get it. Shaking my head. So we get to Michigan, and what's crazy is we end up getting to Michigan, like, with all that layover and waiting time and all of that. We end up getting to Michigan like an hour before our original time, and I was exhausted. And so the night prior, let's go back to the head, the forehead, the hair. Which reminds me, y'all, I really like that old wig that I pulled out. It's the same type of hair as this. I just wasn't educated on the closure pieces back then, so the closure is horrible and I hate the closure. Because I like mine to look natural. And it looks like a screen door to me. But those curls are, that goes to show how much I didn't wear that one versus the one, how much I wore this one. Because those curls are popping, and then when it dries, it's really, it's curly, it's not poofy. And this one don't be poofy either, but the curls is more like a wave instead of a curl. But those are the two same, both of these are the same type of hair. So the night before, when I thought I was staying, I said, okay, I'm gonna take my wig off, take my hair down, do a deep condition, and have Binky re-braid me up, right? Well, in the midst of deciding that I had to come back, that didn't happen. And I still felt like I had to do a video. Because I always tell y'all I'm gonna do my airport vlogs or my plane vlogs or whatever. So I did it. And I kept saying, I'm not posting this, I said, you know what? I'm posting it. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I did it. I posted it. So, don't be on there sigging on me. I can take a sig and a joke. Because I see some people can't take a joke. When I was sigging on Takia and her dreads, I heard that on, I forgot, I think it was a podcast or something. They was talking about people with dreads that be on the first 48. And so that's where I got that joke from. So people with dreads, I'm not coming for y'all. I wouldn't. That's just not in my character. It's not in my character. It's just not. Anyhow, so there y'all have it to explain those. The question y'all might ask is when I'll be going back. Well, my birthday is in like 2 weeks. Right. It's gonna take me, because I gotta finish up some stuff at the old tube house. I gotta get Binky's vehicle to her. So I'm giving myself about a week's worth of business and a couple of days to react, and then I'll be back. I won't tell them when I'm coming back, but they know I'm coming back, but they don't know when. They don't know if I got plans for my birthday, so they don't know if it's gonna be after my birthday or before. Y'all will know before they know. Anyhow, back to my reactions. I'll probably do a couple videos with Coob and Bub while I'm here. I still ain't seen Q post. All I can do is extend my hand, and that's what I did. You can't twist nobody's arm, and when they're ready, they're ready. But he did assure me that he was still going to be a content creator and still going to do content. So whenever he does, that'll be great. If he doesn't, that'll be great as well. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I'm gonna call y'all back.